given the strengths of the West Coast markets and candidly the industrial markets nationally, we're seeing a rise in new development. What's interesting is while the recovery started with big box industrial for a lot of the internet users, we've now seen a big rise of light industrial, some of the smaller facilities. What are you seeing out here in California?
I think it's pretty similar. So initially, all the big development, whether if you look at the Four Corners, the strongest markets, certainly it was in the large big box facilities. And I think that slowly have migrated down to smaller distribution buildings and smaller industrial buildings because the market's there. And so right now, the best example I can give you in Southern California, we have about 23.4 million square feet of development, which is as much as I've seen in an awful long time. And I think you'll see that the developments coming out, buildings are getting a little smaller and smaller. Certainly it's a little tougher to build smaller developments because you lose coverage. It's a little more expensive. But I think there is such great demand all across the board that you will see you'll see peak pricing. You'll see you'll see users stepping up, paying the price on a lease basis or on a sale basis. And the reason being is that sophisticated companies need sophisticated buildings, state-of-the-art buildings. And these new constructed buildings provide that. And when you look at the total cost of operations, certainly the rent is not the biggest factor. You have labor issues, you have automation, you have a lot of operation issues, freight costs. It's a component, but there's other ways to analyze how to operate your company most efficiently. And these new buildings provide that to them.
Interestingly, we're seeing a very similar phenomenon happening in the office sector, where you're seeing demand for new build, even in some markets that might be softer, simply because they don't have the modern amenities, and we're also seeing a shortage of big blocks of space there.